Namaste and welcome to this practice filmed here today in beautiful Bali. Start standing and find a little bit of space between your feet. Start to shift weight from one foot to the other, swaying the hips from side to side. Just feeling into the body, the left foot, right foot, whole body. And start to make this movement a little bigger, adding the arms. Just finding this golf swing, and you might start to lift one foot a little bit off the floor. Maybe the heel starts to lift up. You could look up toward the fingers. And feel into the breath, inhaling the arms up and exhaling as you move to the other side. And then slowing that down, finding your way back to center. And letting the arms rest alongside the body or taking them to land somewhere on your body. Start to slow the breath down, feeling the breath moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. Feeling the belly expand as you breathe in and the belly soften as you breathe out. Staying with these last 3 breaths here, making a choice to arrive here on your mat today. Practicing kindness and compassion for your current state. Bring the hands to the heart at the top of your mat. Circle the arms up as you inhale. Hands to center, exhale. Twice more with your breath. Feel the spine lengthening. You might lift the gaze overhead, drawing the hands down. One last time. Find a little baby back bend here. And on this exhale, start to fold all the way down. Shift the hands to the shins, breathing in, lift halfway. As you exhale, fold, stepping back into downward facing dog. So take the time to build that strong foundation. From down dog, find your way forward into plank. Core is on, navel to spine, inhale. On the out breath, find your downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. One last time. We're coming forward into your downward plank. Downward facing dog. Taking the right leg to the air as you inhale. Stepping the foot forward, low lunge. Lifting the spine, lift the hips, arms lift, reach to the fingers. Drawing the legs towards each other, firm, solid base. Keeping that left hip over the back left knee, start to reach the arms forward. Inhale to lift. Feel reciprocal inhibition that the left hip flexor is lighting up here. One last time, pausing with the arms reaching forward, touching the hands down. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts to the air, breathing in. This time add a tiger curl, exhale. Inhale to lift. Step the foot forward, high lunge. Feel that neutral pelvis, sending the arms up. Palms connect, bend at the elbows. Reverse prayer, hands are supporting your head, lifting up through the lower ribs and chest. Perhaps starting to straighten the back leg a little more. Finding depth through the front bent knee. Reach the arms up, breathing in, touching down at the front of the mat. Exhale, plank pose, shifting forward, in breath. Exhale, lower down with control. Finding one inhale to lift to cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Coming up through your full plank or half plank as you breathe in. Down dog on the out breath. Slow the breath down. Feel the front body soft. Receive these breaths. Inhale, left leg to the air. Exhale, step the foot forward, low lunge. Hips are lifting, arms are lifting. Breathing in. As you breathe out, reach the arms forward, keeping that right hip over the back right knee. Inhale. You're drawing the palms towards each other like you're holding a crystal block, a precious block. One last time, as you release this next breath, release the hands down to the floor. Three-legged dog, left leg to the air. Long, high, breathing in before you add that tiger curl on the out breath. Inhale, lift. High lunge, left foot comes forward. Arms reaching overhead, palms connect, bending at the elbows. The thumbs support the back of the head. Lengthen from navel to heart. Find a little more bend through the front knee, heavy through the back heel. Steady with the breath. Use this next inhale, reach the arms up, touching down at the front of the mat. Plank, shift forward, inhale. Exhale, lower down slowly with control. Cobra coming up. Keep at least a little bend through the elbows. Release the breath, release the torso down. Hands and knees or full plank, down dog. Soften the knees, walk the hands to the back of the mat, walk the hands towards the feet. When you arrive, take the hands to the shins, inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale to fold. Find a reverse swan dive to come all the way up, palms connect. Release the breath and the hands to the heart. Finding your standing figure four. So your right ankle comes to rest on your bent left knee, flexing the toes on that elevated foot, drawing the legs in towards each other. Hands to the hips or in Anjali Mudra. And then could you start to shift your head and your gaze toward the left side of your room? Bringing the head back to center, looking over in the opposite direction. Back to center, looking up toward the ceiling. Back to center, looking down towards the floor. Back to center. Keep engaging the palms together. Stay with this here. We're going to move this into a figure four down dog. So start to lower down a little more through the hips. Place the hands on the floor, walk them out into your down dog. Keep that generous bend through the left knee. It creates the shelf for the right ankle to rest on. Sit bones are lifting up and back. To release this, bring your right knee to the chest, find a tiger curl. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, stepping the foot forward, lower the left knee down. Right hand stays on the hip, take the left arm up and add a bend towards the right side. You might even let this right hand dangle down toward the floor. Just feel yourself surrendering that right arm to gravity and breathing into the whole left side. Pick up both arms as you inhale, touching down, exhale. Right leg lifts to the air, three-legged dog, lengthen that right side and then open a twist looking under the right armpit. Breathing in here. As you exhale, bring the knee to the wrist, float your pigeon forward but don't land. Twisted dog, inhale. Exhale, floating through again, not landing just yet. Inhale to open through the hip. Exhale, bringing the knee toward the right wrist. Lengthening the left leg back and finding the center of that left knee. Come to the fingertips, lift the spine out of the pelvis. Perhaps draw the chest forward, puffing up your pigeon chest. Drawing the legs towards each other. Find a little more lift here. You could take the arms wherever feels most complementary. Stay for one last breath. And as you exhale, dissolving all the way to the floor, perhaps supporting your head in your hands or lowering down to your mat. And stay with these next 3 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. Letting everything settle here. Returning to your regular everyday breath. Bring the hands a little closer to the body. Find your way back into down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Cobra, breathing in. Release as you breathe out. Moving mindfully away from the earth, finding your downward facing dog. Bend the knees a little more and lift to the fingertips. Start to walk your hands to the back of the mat. Find a halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale to fold. Coming all the way up as you inhale, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands draw down through center. Already starting to land your gaze on your external drishti. We find our standing figure 4 on the second side. So this time your right knee and thigh are going to create that shelf for your left foot. Drawing the toes to the shin. As you connect the palms, find that steady gaze. And start to look over your left shoulder. Head to center, looking over the right shoulder. Head to center, looking up. Head to center, looking down. Head to center, starting to lower down a little more through the hips here, finding your figure 4 down dog. So bringing the hands all the way out in front, walking them forward. The right knee stays bent. Sit bones lift up. Find a tiger curl here, knee to the nose, rounding through the spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen that leg up. Low lunge, stepping the left foot forward, lower down to the right knee. Hands to the hips. Imagine this front foot is dragging back towards the bent knee. Right arm lifts and then leaning over toward the left side. The hand on the left hand might come all the way towards the floor. And perhaps even looking up underneath that right armpit. As if you're breathing into the whole right side of the body. Reach both arms up, inhale, exhale, touching down. Left leg to the air, 3-legged dog, lengthen first and then bending through the knee, open the hip, breathing in. Exhale, floating the leg forward, shoulders over the wrists. Twice more like this. Just taking a little snapshot in your mind as the shin comes forward, the knee comes forward. Moving with control. Left knee comes to the left wrist. Lengthen the back leg. Find the center of that right knee. Come a little up onto the fingertips here. Hug the legs towards each other. Lift through the lower ribs, the chest, finding this little extra back bend here in your pigeon pose. One last breath in. As you exhale, hit that off switch, melting down as you release the effort through the thighs and the buttocks, the abdomen, the back body, slowing the breath down. Noticing if there's any mental clutter that you can sift through here. Discern between the truths and untruths that are arising in your mind. Hands come a little closer to the body now, stepping your way back into your down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lowering down. Cobra, breathing in. Exhale to release. Hands and knees lift you up, downward facing dog. Hugging in the forearms towards each other, creating a little more stability across the upper back. And starting to bend the knees a little more. Come to the tippy toes and walk the feet to the front of the mat, but to the outside of your hands. Find Malasana here. Start to lower down, bring the palms to meet, or of course stay higher if that's better for your knees today. Drawing the pelvic floor up, lengthening the spine. Rise to the crown of the head. And then preparing to lower all the way down onto your bottom. Take the hands behind you. Come to the front of the sit bones. Find boat pose, Navasana. Lifting the chest, reaching to the fingers. Gaze just a little higher than eye level. Helps to keep you bright in the pose. You're hugging the legs towards each other as if you're holding a yoga block between the knees or the thighs. Stay for one last breath in. As you breathe out, plant the hands down, the feet down, reverse table. Looking forward or up, dragging the hands towards the heels towards the hands. One last breath here. Lowering all the way down with control. So with those legs out in front of you, you can find your left leg out extended, right leg steps over, hugging around the front knee, left hand nice and close to the bottom, tilting forward just a little to the front of the sit bones, and find your spine nice and tall here. Keep pressing into that left foot. Right heel, left hand, engaging downward to receive that energy that lifts, expands, and allows you to rise up into your potential. And release the breath, release your way back, and extending the left leg out in front. You're crossing the right leg over, pressing down into these points of contact. Left arm wraps around. Tilt forward slightly first. Press into that back hand. Stay with that breath. Every inhale, lifting and creating space in the body. And every exhale, perhaps, is an opportunity to soften into this shape. And breathe into these new lines. One last round of breath here. And at the end of that exhale, soften everything back through center. Find a comfortable seat. Place the hands down on the knees. And take this time now to settle into your regular everyday breath. Imagine your torso divided into 3 parts, or as if your torso is like a slice of cake and has 3 layers. So we're going to take Viloma Pranayam, where we take a little bit of air into the belly first and pause, a little more air into the ribs and pause, the last part of that breath into the chest and pause, and a long breath out. So if you can, do this through your nostrils, breathe through your nostrils. And wherever you are in your breathing cycle, take an exhale now. Inhale belly, pause. Inhale ribs, pause. Inhale chest, pause. Exhale. Inhale belly, pause. Inhale ribs, pause. Inhale chest, pause. Exhale. Inhale belly, pause. Inhale ribs, pause. Inhale chest, pause. Exhale. Inhale bottom layer, pause. Inhale middle layer, pause. Inhale top layer, pause. Exhale. Inhale bottom layer, pause. Inhale middle layer, pause. Inhale top layer, pause. Exhale. One last round. Inhale belly, pause. Inhale ribs, pause. Inhale chest, pause. Exhale. Let that next in-breath arrive smoothly, calmly. Riding the breath like a gentle wave, letting it come and go. Remain seated now if you'd like to stay here in meditation, or make your way down onto your back for Shavasana. This next part of your practice is an invitation just to stay for a minimum of 5 minutes. And acknowledging perhaps the difference 5 minutes of stillness and quiet could make in this day, in this life. So find comfort in stillness wherever you are now. Feel the earth supporting you. Any part of your body that is touching down. I wonder if you could relax a little more of that muscular effort and surrender, lean into that pull of gravity. Pay attention to that light touch of air at your nostrils. Sense the way your very relaxed belly is moving with your breath. And without effort or force, notice the way your rib cage is gently moving outward and then recoiling softly back in. And can you sense the last part of the breath reaching up beneath the collarbones, the chest, barely moving, yet receiving the fullness of that calm, steady breath.